Work politics can be so difficult to manage. So what happened to me was that this girl who was supposed to be helping me in my workplace when I first started hosting, I was a new host and she was the PR. So as a PR, she was introducing me to the media and getting publicity for the show that I was hosting. And I really liked her. She was lovely to my mom and myself. And then one day, a colleague called me and she goes, "Sandria, have you read so-and-so's blog?" And I'm like, no. This was almost 20 years ago. So there was not much social media and blogs were really all the rage, right? So I tried searching for her blog and I found that I was blocked from it. Either she had taken it down or something. But this colleague who called me, she printed out copies of what this girl wrote in the blog about me. And I was completely shocked because I didn't know she felt like that. First of all, she accused me of only getting the job because of who I was dating at the time. The guy I was dating at the time happened to work as a creative director at the network, but my producers were the one who hired me, had nothing to do with him. And secondly, I think she called me undeserving of the job and like a troll. She said I look like a troll. And all this really terrible, disparaging remark. Then we found out that she actually auditioned for the same job. And then it makes sense of why she would feel so much animosity towards me. So there are two very important lessons that I learned from this experience. The first is never trust anybody, they'll sabotage you. No, I'm kidding. The first lesson is that good work cannot be denied. So in life, if there's anything that you feel is unfair or that your work is not appreciated or you feel like somebody else got the job or the promotion that you wanted, don't spend your energy or time being jealous or envious of them. Spend time perfecting your own craft, because if you really are that good, your work cannot be denied. The second lesson I learned is what my mom was telling me when this happened. So this girl apologized and I think she genuinely meant it. I can feel that she was really sorry, especially since she wrote the blog before she got to know me, and then now she knows me as a human being as opposed to just this girl who took my job, you know what I mean? I still felt victimized, I felt like it was really unfair and I felt defensive, gosh, I got a job on my own merit. And so even when someone has apologized to you and things have been worked out practically, on the surface, what's important is that emotionally I have to let it go and forgive her for this. And my mom told me this. She says that, girl, you have to pull that thorn from your heart, because if not, it's always going to bother you. Every time you see her, because she still worked at the company, it's going to bother you. And I told my mom, it's really hard to just take the thorn out from your heart. But then over time, I started to really understand what letting go and forgiveness means. And I personally think that it cannot be done without working on our own self-worth and our own self-esteem. So as long as I had any insecurities about my career or about my abilities in my work, I would find it hard to let go of what she said about me not being deserving of my job and getting hired because I was dating this person, right? It would be hard for me to let that comment go if I didn't feel like I was worthy, if I didn't feel proud of my own work and believed in myself. And this is why I think that once we work on ourselves internally, it is so much easier to take that thorn out and throw it away. So what someone has done to us will not continue to affect us for the rest of our lives. I'm sharing this with you because I am sure that work politics can be really difficult, and I hope that this helps. Be happy always.